Hi, welcome to another episode of Diplomatic License on City TV. My name is Apioko Saram Ashong Abe, and today I'm here at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum for the second time in the history of the show because Her Excellency Lulana, who is the High Commissioner of South Africa to Ghana, has requested that we come here for the second round of conversation. Remember last week we were with her and we spoke about so many amazing things from her freedom fight. But this time we're going to be talking about the road to diplomacy and how it brought her to Ghana. And we're here at the mausoleum because Kwame Nkrumah, yes, means many things to many of us here in Ghana, but also for South Africa and Africans at large. He's a freedom fighter. And Nelson Mandela, who fought for the development of Africa in many ways, planted a tree here in 1991. And so we're here because this space connotes lots of history, depicts all the things that we strive for as Africans and as a Pan-Africanist people. And Her Excellency is here. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm
good to
good.
see
How
you
are
again.
you?
I'm very well, thank you.
It's difficult meeting
Yes,
in the time
yes.
of
We just have to. Very
we cannot
important.
embrace
We can't.
the African way
Yes.
and greet properly.
Very true.
But we thank God we are here.
Yes, of course.
In this historic garden
Yes,
of memory.
That's right.
Kwame Nkrumah Park.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
And so you've heard Her Excellency, and we'll go for a short break, and when we come back, the conversation takes off. This is Diplomatic License on City TV. Welcome back. You're still watching Diplomatic License on City TV. And remember, you can catch us on DSTV channel 363. We're live there as well. And I'm here, as I said earlier, at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum in Accra with Her Excellency Lulana, who is the High Commissioner of South Africa to Ghana. Hello again. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us for another time.
Yes.
The last time we met, we spoke about so many different things, how you grew up in a very rural agrarian space, how because of your father's job you traveled around South Africa, what it was like living in apartheid South Africa, and how it even affected the courses you studied and the path you chose in life.
Yes.
But amidst all those things, you were led into politics, and now you're a diplomat.
Yes.
How did we get here?
Yes. As I said before, I served my term in Parliament 20 years. Part of that I served in the executive as Minister in Energy, Minerals, in Agriculture, Land, and Arts and Culture. And then my last portfolio was Women and Children. Before I came to Ghana. I came to Ghana in February 2015. I presented my credentials to President John Dramani Mahama on the 1st of April 2015.
That's my birthday.
You thought it was a Fool's Day, April Fool's Day. Is that so?
Yes.
That's historical.
Very.
So, after that, one of the first things I did was to go and pay a courtesy call to the King, His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu. And I was surprised when I got there. He welcomed me with open arms. He was very knowledgeable generally, but mostly about South Africa. And he gave me a name. He said, I look like his aunt. So I'm a queen mother, and my name is Nana Amasewa.
Nana Amasewa.
Nana Amasewa. Yes, every time I visit Kumasi, the Mansia Palace, I'm called Nana Amasewa. So I have had a very good tour of duty in Ghana. Ghanaian people are wonderful people, very warm and humble and welcoming. Ghana is like a home away from home for me. It's like my second home. So even if I leave at the end of my term, I will always come and visit. I have developed a number of great friends here in Ghana that I will miss.
Yes,
I'm
please.
missing them right now because I can't visit them. I can't invite them to my home. We just talking over the phone remotely, which is not African,
No,
not
at all.
natural.
Right.
But we hope it will pass soon. We pray it will pass soon, Corona. And we're saying, God save Africa. God save the world from this great enemy.
Yeah.
Because now it's like we're fighting a third world war
Exactly.
against this corona virus.
Exactly.
So my stay has been very good. Our ties with Ghana have grown from strength to strength. As I said, this started during the struggle for freedom. And we've always read about Ghana, the first country to attain liberation from colonialism in Africa. We've always heard about your founding president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and all of us in Africa, we remember him when he said, the freedom of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up to the total liberation of Africa.
But I'm wondering, so you came to Ghana as the High Commissioner, straight from Parliament,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Why were you sent to Ghana at that time? You know, and usually when you're starting off as a diplomat, you usually start as second chair or, you know, or secretary, or but you were given the role of High Commissioner. And I have no doubt that you proved yourself throughout the years, you know, to earn that spot. But I'm just wondering, why Ghana, and why did you agree to come?
Well, I think Ghana is one of the most important countries in our continent, and in this region in particular. And at that time, South Africa wanted to strengthen and to boost our relations. So I was asked to come here. I was very happy to come here because I'm an African, and I believe at all times that we should prioritize Africa.
Of course.
And I was told by my government that South Africa's foreign policy is to prioritize Africa and to prioritize economic diplomacy.
Okay.
So that was my task that I was given,
A huge task.
to come to Ghana and strengthen these relationships and also strengthen economic diplomacy between our two countries. And I think we have done very well. As I said, last year our president also visited Ghana in December 2019, where they actually signed the binational commission that they had discussed and agreed on in South Africa in 2018 when President Nana Akufo-Addo visited South Africa. So to me, it was the highlight of my tour of duty in Ghana. And if it was not for the corona problem or crisis that we're having now, I know that our president was supposed to come again, pay a state visit to Ghana. Perhaps after the corona crisis, he will definitely come to pay his state visit.
And we'll be so excited to receive him. But
Yes,
I mean, so this coming and heading this mission in Ghana. It was your first time away from South Africa for a prolonged period.
Yes.
What was that like, being away from your family? I mean, the last time we spoke, you spoke about how close you are to your sisters, and you all live in Pretoria. I didn't ask you, but do you have children?
Yes, I do. And one of them lived with me here in Ghana, studied here for 4 years, and then she finished her senior high school and went back to South Africa. She's now studying at the university in Pretoria. But they come and visit. My sisters have been here, and my nieces, and they also, I know they came 2018. They were supposed, some came beginning of this year. They were supposed to come again this year, but
And now, Corona.
yes, everything is locked.
Corona has locked us
in
up.
South Africa and in Ghana, so nobody can travel.
Right.
But they also love Ghana so much, and we love your fabrics, we love your kente, we love your clothes, your food, your culture, song and dance. Just like us, we love song and dance.
Of course, and you're very good at it.
So our music, love for music and dance and culture goes across both countries. So I'm sure that our relations with Ghana going forward can only grow stronger. Our president now is the chairman of the AU.
Yeah.
And Ghana has been elected as the seat of the Continental Free Africa Trade Center. No, the Africa Continental Free Trade Area.
Yes.
And the first Secretary General is a South African, Mr. Mene, who will be coming here soon to open the office. So that again will strengthen our relations as we build the economy of the continent and ensure that we trade with one another, we empower each other's countries, not only Ghana and South Africa, but the entire continent. Because if we have or we increase intra-Africa trade, we will have empowered Africa and we will be able to grow in leaps and bounds and reach some of the big countries, big economies.
Absolutely.
Because we have the resources
Absolutely.
here and we have the human resource here that can actually lead that economic development.
Absolutely. Okay. You're watching Diplomatic License on City TV. I've been speaking to Her Excellency Lulana, who is the High Commissioner of South Africa to Ghana, and this is the second time we're having a conversation. We're at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, and we're just having a hearty conversation about how she became a diplomat in the first place and how she found her way to Ghana. We'll be right back.
City TV is live on DSTV. Go to channel 363. On GoTV, access City TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access City TV on your television. City TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and StarTimes box. City TV, it's your world.
We're about to change your Sunday night for the better.
This Sunday on the Upside Down Show, we have a conversation with one of the best female police dispatch riders in Ghana and a biker girl, Ikia Gaddafi. And later, we take a beginner's class in everything we need to know about wine from the wine merchant and expert Koko Jaba on the Upside Down Show. This Sunday at 7 p.m. only on City TV.
Welcome back. You're still watching Diplomatic License on City TV. And I'm still here at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, better known as the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum to most of you if you're Ghanaian. And I'm here, of course, with Her Excellency Lulana, High Commissioner of South Africa to Ghana. We've been talking about her experiences in Ghana so far and how she got to Ghana in the first place to come and serve in her August office as High Commissioner. So, Your Excellency, I mean, we've spoken about how your family has come to visit you and spend time here. What have some of your most memorable experiences been so far? So let's say your top 3 experiences in Ghana.
Well, as I said the other day, the time when we spoke before, one of the highlights of my stay in Ghana, firstly, was the state visit by President Nana Addo-Dankwa Akufo-Addo to South Africa on the 4th and the 5th of July in 2018. And then we had the centenary of Nelson Mandela in July 2018. He came to present a memorial lecture, a centenary memorial lecture celebrating 100 years of the life of Nelson Mandela. As you will know, he was born on the 18th of July 1918 in Qunu in the Eastern Cape, and on the 18th of July 2018, if he was alive, he would have been 100 years old. So that was a very important landmark which was celebrated not only in South Africa but all over the world.
Of course.
But I think it was only in Ghana where a president came to present the memorial lecture, because President Nana Akufo-Addo said, Nelson Mandela is my hero. So I am honored to come and give this memorial lecture. It was held at Labadi Beach Hotel. Let me speak properly. And the president had brought almost his entire cabinet, members of parliament, members of the diplomatic corps. It was like a state function.
He got up at dawn at the agreed hour and would wait for his bodyguards to go for his morning walk. If some Africans still have a reputation of not being punctual at functions, it is in spite of the best efforts of Nelson Mandela. His speech at the end of the Rivonia trial reflected the defining ideology of his 27 years of imprisonment. He said, and I quote, "It is not true that the enfranchisement of all will result in racial domination. Political division based on color is entirely artificial, and when it disappears, so will the domination of one color group by another. The ANC has spent half a century fighting against racialism. When it triumphs, it will not change that policy. This, then, is what the ANC is fighting. Their struggle is a truly national one. It is a struggle of the African people, inspired by their own suffering and their own experience. It is a struggle for the right to live," unquote. As president, many people were dismayed to discover that these were not just beautifully packaged words, that he spoke at a critical time of his life, but that he actually believed in the ideal and was prepared to extend humane treatment to his previous tormentors as well. I suspect the world would have been sympathetic, but he stayed firm to his belief in democratic ideals of individual freedom.
And also our Minister of Foreign Affairs at the time, Minister Lindiwe Sisulu, who is the daughter of Walter and Albertina Sisulu. She was here in Ghana to come and celebrate 100 years of Nelson Mandela. You will also remember it was also 100 years for Albertina Sisulu, if she were alive at that time. And we had also the honor to celebrate her birthday in October of 2018 at the Marriott Hotel. And we were honored to have the First Lady of Ghana, Her Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo, as our guest of honor and guest speaker. So those 2 days, 2 occasions, Nelson Mandela centenary and also the state visit, but the third one is the working visit by my president, President Cyril Ramaphosa, who came here on the 4th to the 5th of December 2019 on a working visit invited by President Nana Akufo-Addo. So I will say, for any ambassador, a state visit to your country and a visit by your president, those are the highest honors of your tour of duty.
Definitely. And so, you've been in Ghana for 5 years, right?
Yes.
Almost.
Yeah,
No?
over 5 years.
Over 5 years?
I came in February 2015.
Yes, so over 5 years.
Yeah.
Is your tenure ending anytime soon?
My tenure should have ended in March this year. But when I was about to go on the 31st of March, I was supposed to leave Ghana. Everything was locked down. So I'm here, I'm still waiting.
Okay. But would you like to stay any longer?
I love Ghana. I don't mind staying another year.
We want you to
And
stay.
another year.
We want you to stay.
But it's not in my
Of course not.
control.
Yes.
It's my president that must decide.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And what's your favorite Ghanaian food?
Many kelewele. I'll remind you the other one. It's like a spinach.
Kontomire.
Contemporary. That's my favorite.
With the plantain?
Yes. Yes.
I see.
That's my favorite.
Yes.
Yes.
And what about Ghanaian musicians? Do you have
And,
any favorites?
You said it's red.
Red. Oh, you like it? That's my favorite. And it's similar to Ngosho, yes. Only that, of course, Ngosho doesn't use the red palm oil, but the process of preparation
is
the
same.
The same.
Yes. That's
the same.
But when I tasted it, it was familiar for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
The same. And it goes with fried plantain, so
yes.
You like Kilowele. It makes sense.
Yes. Yeah.
And what about Ghanaian music? Do you have any Ghanaian musicians whose music you like?
Yes, I do. I don't know all of them. There is one called Kwabena.
Yes. Kwabena.
Kwabena.
Yes.
Oh, you say Kwabena.
Yes.
I say Kwabena.
Fine.
There's who is this? Boy, somebody?
Stone Boy. Oh, interesting.
But even back home in South Africa, young people love him.
Oh yes, he's huge. He's huge in South Africa.
Yes,
and even in Kenya, Rwanda.
They know
him.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh yeah.
But I mean, interesting you should choose them because that means you like high life music.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, they love him very much. I also had one who was doing jazz, Steve Beddy.
Steve Beddy.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
good.
he's brilliant.
Oh, he's good.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. He's brilliant.
Yeah, no.
And what about the places that you like to go in Ghana? Well, before the lockdown and Corona came, what are some of the places that you like to go and relax? You know.
Yeah, I like Labadi, the beach. This is the hotel I first stayed in when I came in 2015. I like Marriott. It's also very familiar. They cook very good food.
Oh yes.
Even Labadi, very
good food.
Yes. And well, also I like Manchi.
Yeah, Sanchi.
Royal
Sanchi.
Sanchi.
Yes, Royal
Beautiful
Sanchi.
African.
Yes.
Yes.
By the water.
Yes. And going into the river by boat. I like that. I also like Ada,
Yes.
that area. And I've been to, I will forget now. When you go towards Sanzule, there's a hotel there, very African.
Towards where?
No, it's another one.
Where? Which parts?
It's around Sanzule, Nzulezu.
In Zulezu. There's a hotel around in Zulezu that's very African.
Yes.
What would that be?
It's made of sticks, something like.
Around in Zulezu.
I went to Nzulezu. I like Nzulezu because it's just unique.
Very unique.
I've never seen a place
Even
like
the schools are on the water.
and there are churches,
Yes.
there's a street, there are shops. Very interesting place. And B&Bs, we can sleep. And but before we got to Zulezu, we slept in a hotel.
Oh, is it Elmina Beach?
There's
Hotel?
another one.
No?
It's in the western region, I
Okay,
think.
Western Buzia,
What is it?
Maha.
Maha. Oh, it's beautiful.
It is.
Beautiful.
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
Very beautiful. They also have nice food, fresh seafood, salads, and I enjoyed my stay there. Yeah.
And what about do you go out in the evening sometimes?
Yeah.
Maybe not to the club, but
In the evening, because I go visit friends. I go if there's a concert or performance or festival. Those I like.
you like those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Have you been, speaking of festivals, have you been to any of the traditional Ghanaian festivals, you know, at any point? Like Homowo and...
The Dubas.
Yes.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I've been to the Eastern Duba. I went to Sanzule.
Okay.
I've been to, or is it West? And I've been to Kumasi. I've been to one, the Ga Festival, I think it was here in Accra.
Maybe Homowo.
Uh-huh.
Yes, with the quickly.
Yeah.
It's they use maize to make the food.
Yes, and they pour liquor.
Yes, the libation.
Yeah. We do that also in South Africa.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Tradition. Well, if there's a celebration or a feast or something, and then they take the liquor, they pour, they say the ancestors are drinking, and they talk and African culture is the same.
It is.
Yes.
And it's beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Speaking of South Africa and how libation is poured there as well, what are some of the things that are very unique, you would say, about South African culture? I mean, we've spoken about some of them, even, you know, in our last conversation. We spoke about how the women do beading and, you know, different beads for different occasions, and the men, when they are going to the forest, they wear the blue beads. But what are some of the very unique aspects, you'd say, of South African culture? You know, and I know there's several cultures within the
South
culture.
Africa.
So,
Yeah. Well, in South Africa, I would say women are very strong-willed, and like you would see Winnie Mandela, you will see Mama Sisulu. They are fighters. That's how they became freedom fighters, and we also have traditions where I think African tradition is the same all over. We respect the elders if we are young people, and I think, I don't know, here in Ghana, I would say it's the same. In South Africa, we respect education.
yes,
Many of our people were never given the opportunity under apartheid. So most of them today are determined to ensure that their children get the best education. So I think that is something that is common to all of us. But I think in South Africa we like meat. So I think here in Ghana you are not the best meat lovers.
No, I mean, we like our meat, but no,
You
not
like your
the South
fish,
Africans,
you
not
like
the
your
South
vegetables, condompley, and your
Kobe and momoni,
in South Africa,
tilapia.
if you haven't cooked meat, you haven't cooked anything. So I think that is unique with us. Yeah.
So lots of barbecues, I'm sure.
Lots of barbecues. And it's so funny because even white people in South Africa have adopted our taste for meat. So they also love meat, and especially we have long summers, very warm. So we love sitting outside, eating outside, singing or dancing, but cooking also our food outside and doing our braai, our barbecues, and so on, entertaining generally outside the house. So that's something that we have kept. Long ago, our mothers used to cook outside in the big black African pot.
Yes.
Our weddings and every ceremony, it would be outside. We entertain, we eat outside, and so on. So that kind of tradition still continues.
I think it's the same for us too. And even now, a lot of urban homes still have what you call the Copots. We still have it. I know in my mama's house, my mother's house, we have Copots. In my own home, we have Copots. We have something called the Dadenseng. It's similar to the three-legged pot, but it doesn't have the legs.
Oh,
and it's silver,
I've
very
seen that
heavy.
silver one.
Yes.
Yes.
And we make banku.
It's
in
the
it.
same. It's heavy
Yes.
also with us. Yeah.
make
And those
banku
legs are meant to put it outside and put the fire
underneath. And we have those too. We call them muchia. So 3 legs, and you put the pots on top, and you cook. Some people even say that the soup doesn't taste the same. The groundnut soup, the palm nut soup, it doesn't taste the same without the fire.
Yes, yeah.
You see?
With us also the stew, we make it there. We have also the musho. We cook it there.
My new favorite.
And yeah. So
And South African wine. South African wine. Please tell us a little bit about. So, is it that the vineyards? Are people raised to grow? Berries and grapes and all the things that make a good wine, because it's such a huge culture, South African wine.
Well, our wine culture, we had the settlers that came to South Africa. First of all, we had the Dutch. We were colonized by the Dutch.
Definitely.
and then we were colonized by the English. And maybe you went through the same.
Yes.
And then the French
Yes.
came, but the French were a small community, and they were called the French Huguenots.
The French
Huguenots.
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 Yes.
Okay.
So they all landed in Cape Town. So the Dutch are the ones that started the winemaking. They identified land or farms around the Cape Town, which were very good in producing grapes.
Okay.
So they started planting these grapes. I'm sure in the 14 or 1500, 16 something, they started planting these grapes. Actually, they were going through South Africa to India to go and buy spices.
And then they realized
And
that
then
this is a good
they
place.
were running short of food, or so they decided, let's stop here. This looks like a big country. Let's stop here and get some water, or I guess there were sheep and goats and so on that they could slaughter and take along the sea. Then they decided, hey, this is a beautiful country. We are staying here. We're not going anywhere. So that's how it started. They stayed, they settled, and built their farms, and they brought their wines. They started producing the wine there. Now, after some time, I think the Portuguese came also going to the east, and then came the British also going to the east, and then they said, we're also staying, beautiful country like this, we're not going anywhere. And then came the French Huguenots. The French also said, so beautiful, they even have grapes. We're going to do our wine. So we even have a place in Cape Town called Franschhoek.
Okay.
Franschhoek in Afrikaans means the French corner.
Okay.
So because the French were not so many, they found a small piece of land where they did the wine. Franschhoek is also famous for wine and tourism.
I've seen that on a lot of the South African wine bottles.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. So it was the French and the Dutch, and they did the wines, and their grandchildren and so on, family, the land will be inherited by the grandkids and so on and so on. So they continued with the tradition of the wine. Our wines are very good now. So we're competing with the French.
Yes, and you're exporting all over the world.
Exporting all over the
I
world.
think now, even in Ghana's wine shops, you're likely to see a lot more South African wine than almost anything else.
Exactly.
And we like it. Why
because
not?
we have good wines that are affordable.
Yes.
Yes.
And the range of tastes is
Yes.
also very wide.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
you find, yes, the grapes, but there are cherries in there,
Yes,
strawberry,
yes,
chocolates
yes,
even
yes.
in some cases.
Yes.
Very,
So our settlers, they were there since 1400 or 1500, 1652. The Dutch came and the others. So they stayed. When they were there to get provisions on their way to India or China, they decided we're not going there anymore. This is home, we're staying. So they stayed until today and took a lot of land, and we're still discussing about that even now. But some of them are doing well in developing the country. Some of them are here in Ghana. They are doing well in economic development, but also our own people are now coming into the wine industry. They are teaching them how to produce and produce
there's been a
good
transfer of
wines,
skills
a transfer of
over time.
skills, and also making sure that we transform that industry as well, because it was also dominated just by white people who had inherited those farms and so on and so on. So now we're saying black people also must come into this industry and participate
Very
for
important.
economic empowerment and development
Very
of the whole country.
Very important. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be wrapping up this conversation very shortly. And I think we'll end it by going to take a look at the tree that Mr. Nelson Mandela planted here in 1991. And we'll also pay our respects, since we're on Kwame Nkrumah's land, literally, pay our respects to him. We'll be right back. This is Diplomatic License on City TV. Don't go anywhere.
Hundreds of entries from across Ghana, hundreds of talented young keyboardists, hundreds of keyboard prodigies working their fingers to become the ultimate keyboard idol. On the 1st of August 2020, gather your friends and families to find out which of the top 20 contestants will make it to the audition stage of the Keyboard Idol on City TV. Yes, you heard right. Keyboard Idol takes off on Saturday the 1st of August 2020 at 7 p.m. only on City TV. Tune in to City TV and follow the competition using the hashtag Keyboard Idol on all our social media platforms. Keyboard Idol is sponsored by Santol Energy, affordable, clean fuel, and friendly service. Keyboard Idol is powered by City TV. Visit citytvonline.com for terms and conditions.
Welcome back. This is Diplomatic License on City TV, and we're live on DSTV channel 363 as well. And I'm just ending my conversation with Her Excellency Lulana, who is, of course, the High Commissioner of South Africa to Ghana. And we're still at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum in Accra. We're about to take a look at the tree that Nelson Mandela planted in 1991. But Your Excellency, while we walk, I'm going to mention 10 things. Just tell me the first thing that comes to mind when you hear any of those things. So, first one, food.
No, so.
Wine.
Nederberg, Cape Town.
Ah, Nederberg. That's a good one.
Uh-huh.
Love.
Kelewele.
Dance.
I love backstop.
Backstop.
South African dance.
You have to teach me that dance.
It goes.
Okay, so. Okay. Lots of steps. Okay.
I'm sure you've seen it somewhere.
Oh, yes. What about a mother figure?
Well, Winnie Mandela.
Winnie Mandela. Song.
I think of Miriam Makeba.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Okay. An animal or a pet?
Well, I love elephants.
Elephants. Do you have any pets? Well, maybe not a pet elephant, but
not a pet elephant. Well, we have dogs in South Africa.
Yes.
Lots of dogs.
Peace.
Yeah, I think of Ghana. It's a country that is full of peace. I think after you did your coups, which were so sad, starting with the overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah and many others that came after, you decided in 1992, enough is enough. We are now going to build peace and build your country, work for development, and you realize there cannot be any development in this country unless you have peace. And from then onwards, your transitions, be it from opposition to opposition or ruling party to opposition, have always been peaceful. And in that way, Ghana has been a beacon of hope for Africa. And
favorite leader?
Well, I have two, Nelson Mandela, Kwame Nkrumah.
Car. What do you think of a car?
like Toyota.
Toyota. Any reason why? I'm just curious.
Because it is, I think it's durable.
I agree.
Can get parts.
I agree.
It lasts many, many, many years. You can have it for life.
I agree. Fun.
Fun. I like music. I like reading, dancing, and I like cooking. For family, friends, entertaining.
Okay. All right. Not bad. So this is the tree, no?
This is the tree
So
Nelson Mandela planted.
it says here,
Yes.
Mangifera, it's a mango tree. This tree was planted by Mr. Nelson Mandela, President of the African National Congress, ANC, and it was in 1991.
Remember, he was not yet president of South Africa because he became president in 1994.
And this is I've never seen a mango tree that bends this way.
Well, there's a story here that the director of the mausoleum tells that you can see that this tree grew up from the ground. It was strong and growing like these young people here. And that was Nelson Mandela's young life, his youth. Below the ground there, it was his conception when he was still in his mother's womb. And he came out, he grew up a strong young man. And then somehow, somewhere, his path was redirected and took off at a tangent. He got into the struggle, ended up arrested for fighting for the freedom of his people, of his country, and his life went haywire. He ended up in jail for many years, 27 years, and then struggled and struggled. At some point there, you can see that tree branching and going up and up again. And that is when he got out of prison and became the president and grew in stature, going up. And they say somewhere there, the stem, the big strong stem, disappears and you see small little twigs, and that is when he died. And they say when he died, this tree was green, this side. After he died, it became brown, like the tree itself was dying. And it is only after some time that it became green again and continued like that. It's a very interesting story.
Very interesting story. Very, very interesting. So, Your Excellency, we're about to end all this. I think we should pay our respects to
definitely our great father of Africa.
Very important. But as we go, last time when we spoke, you mentioned that on the night or the night before the great freedom fighter was going to be hanged, he sat with his mother. She sang a song. Can you sing that song for me?
The song is called Mina Ngizawulwela Izwe Lam. Well, for me, I'm not a very good singer, but it goes like Ngizolilwela Izwe Lam, Zwelam Izwelam, which means I will fight for my land, I will fight for my country until we are free. He was accused that he had killed white men, and the judge said he must be hanged. And the truth is he never killed anybody, but he was hanged. And Mrs. Albertina Sisulu said the mother of that freedom fighter cannot be alone on that day when his son was hanged. So she organized a night vigil service. So we went to her home and stayed with her the whole night until the following morning when we went to the prison where he was hanged. And this is what has inspired some of us, those mothers that are unknown, the unsung heroines of our country who were so strong to be able to withstand that kind of persecution, not just for themselves, but also for their children. Yeah.
So since we're ending on a note of freedom, pay our respects to the great man. I'm going from this way.
Yeah, I like that statue.
Yes.
I'm told that he stood there and said, "Forward ever, backwards never." And that was our slogan.
The young pioneers began with him.
Yeah.
We had them in Ghana.
Yeah.
My mother tells me of all the stories.
Okay, yes. That would be good. I'd love to meet your mother.
Oh, yes.
Maybe we'll have a lot of stories.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She'd love to meet you.
Yeah, I know. We also adopted that slogan. Backward, never. Forward, ever. Yes.
So, Your Excellency, at this point, we have a gift for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. I don't know if you have any made in Ghana nose mask yet.
No.
But in these times of Corona, just wanted you to have this collection of nose masks.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So many.
Yes, there are 5 of them. So it's from a designer called Copots. Yes, and she's a Ghanaian designer, one of our topmost. And we just thought you should have them.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Unfortunately, we can't give you any hugs.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, guys, this has been another episode of Diplomatic License on City TV. And before we go, we have to do the Nkrumah slogan. Because I know that's your motto.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So let's do it.
Forward ever, backward never.
Festival is celebrated a day before the annual Omowo Festival by the people of Gamashi. So the people of Gamashi celebrated